Hi there, it's Kevin from RogueDeckBuilder.com here with Game 1 and the Standard Daily running black-white tokens. We are on the play here, and 2 land is a pretty risky hand, but we can cast a bunch of crap in our hand right now, so we'll keep it. And I see this Avacyn Pilgrim out here, and one of the key things to do against Junk Reanimator is to shut down their ramp as quick as possible. So I am going to ultimate price this Avacyn Pilgrim. A lot of people might say that's the wrong play, to wait for a Crater Roof Behemoth or an Angel Serenity, but I'm going to stop their ramp because I think I can take the game quicker than, I mean, they'd have to hit on barrel rights perfectly and whatnot for them to win this game. And since he's already shocked himself, I'm just going to go for it here with the Blood Artist, the Gathered Townsfolk, Lingering Souls. Hopefully pop Sorin out for a his -2 emblem. So another Pilgrim. Now I'm dead certain I'm running against Reanimator. So I'll hold this Midnight Haunting back and hopefully he attacks with it. But then I see this. I see an Intangible Virtue and an Intangible Virtue, and I'm like, aha! I'm playing kind of a mirror-ish deck. He's playing junk tokens. So we'll flash out the Midnight Haunting here, and we do top deck our 4th land, and I don't know if this is the right play. I throw a Sorin out, I'm like, I'm just going to try to race him here, start pumping out the -2, but then I'm like, crap, I got to leave one to hold back one to block now with his Avacyn Pilgrim. So I end up only getting in there for 2. So I see a Thragtusk, I'm like, yeah, that's cool. That doesn't, his Intangible Virtues do not work with a Thragtusk, and I'm not going to block this dude ever. We're fine right here. And he does go up to 21, but we're getting scary just with our Lingering Souls. And if we draw a land here, we can flash it back and put 8 more power on the board. And then with Sorin, and I like to see that sever the Bloodline. Now, if he does happen to have Lingering Souls, I can hold off on mine and sever his Lingering Souls tokens, and get some value out of my Blood Artist as well. So we will just throw the Blood Artist out and swing in for 4 again. And I am not going to block. If he attacks with Thragtusk here, I will not double block to kill it. I'll just block with a human token, do a damage to him, and now he has to. Now I'm going to be able to swing with everything here. I can keep pumping out these Vamp tokens to chump block his Thragtusk every turn. Oh, I love this card so much. Sorin's great. He's one of my favorite Planeswalkers. I am looking forward to Orzhov. Hopefully they give us some great tokens or some decent vampires, or just maybe some, yeah, token spirits would be wonderful. Looking forward to Gatecrash. I think it's, I love Standard right now because of the, I'm starting to build a lot of decks that aren't using Thragtusk, and so I don't hate the format as much. There is nothing worse than Thragtusk versus Thragtusk Mirror. The games go on forever. I cannot stand it. So I've been trying to weed myself away from building any sort of Thragtusk deck. That's why you'll see like Epic Experiment and Burnt the Stake. Yes, I admit my decks aren't the best, and I've killed my rating on MTGO by trying to run these things, but they're fun, and that's what I'm in the game for, is fun. If I do go to serious tournament, I will use a serious deck, but for just these dailies, I'd rather just play some original fun decks. So anyway, I mean, this isn't the most original deck. This was a very huge deck, black-white tokens, back in the previous Standard before rotation. But I haven't seen it played in a long time, so it's fun to mess around with it. Anyway, ramble. Okay, so we'll pump out another Vampire and swing with everything. And he throws out a Midnight Haunting, which is awesome, because now we lose our spirits, but we get value out of him by able to do some damage. And I will, since he's down to 0 cards, I know he has nothing else in hand, I will sever his spirit tokens. So that was good. I'm glad he didn't block another way, but that was probably the smartest way to block, in all honesty. So he attacks everything at Sorin. That's fine. We'll just let the Sorin die here, and we will kill off an Arbor Elf. I don't know why he decided not to pump there. Well, I guess it just didn't matter. And then, he needs a dude back to block in case I do top deck an Intangible Virtue. But he's in very bad shape here. No cards in hand. We have 2 Lingering Souls. Bloodline Keeper's kind of cool. I haven't got this card to actually work yet, but in theory, this dude should work with how many vampires I'm running. So again, we get a trade a token for a Mana Dork, which in my opinion is definitely the better trade. And he's down to 4, and Lingering Souls comes out. So now he needs more Thragtusk or Restoration Angels or something. So he's kind of building a weird deck with Intangible Virtue not getting much value. I'm sure he does run maybe Call of the Conclave or Celestia Charm or something else, or probably Garruk, Primal Hunter, or Garruk, the regular Garruk. I do run junk tokens as well, and this is very similar to my build. I don't run Midnight Haunting. I just run Lingering Souls and a bunch of Planeswalkers. But yeah, this is, I guess then he has more tokens than I even do in my version. So anywho, we'll go on to game number 2. That was a pretty clear victory on our part. And it's not like he had a bad hand at all. I mean, he had 4 Dorks, a Thragtusk, a Gavin Township, and a Midnight Haunting, 2 Intangible Virtues. Yes, he did need to draw into a Lingering Souls, but it wasn't like he had a horrible draw. So we'll go on to game number 2. And this is definitely not a keep. I kind of want, if this was like a Godless Shrine, it'd be tempting to keep it just so I could Tragic Clip a Mana Dork. But yeah, I got to ship this back. And not a whole lot better, but we do have 3 lands. Yes, actually, this is a lot better. This is a good hand. So we'll keep this. Be able to check out our Evolving Wilds first turn. And yeah. See, we don't have any 1-drops in this deck besides Tragic Slip, so Evolving Wilds works pretty well. So he leads with another Intangible Virtue. That's fine. We'll check out our skirsdag highpriest. The reason why I used him first is I want the option to tap him next turn in case we can block with a Midnight Haunting. Say in response to him attacking with something, we can Midnight Haunting block and activate skirsdag highpriest. The card's so good. I don't know why it's not seeing more play. In fact, this is when I did call some sleeper cards at the end of the last standard. This guy was seeing a lot of play in red-black zombies, and I thought he was going to see more play. And now they've gone back to the whole sack morbid theme in black-red zombies, so I don't know why they're not using skirsdag highpriest with as many Falconer Aristocrats and Bloodthorn Vampires they've been using. Because that's exactly what zombies was at the end of standard last format, was the skirsdag highpriest. That was the best VR zombies deck out there. Was the version that was using these dudes. So maybe Supreme Verdict is just a blowout for skirsdag highpriest. But pillars were huge back then too, in the last standard, and they still chose to run them. I don't know. If all else, you can actually even sack him to Falconer Aristocrat to get a token and indestructibility. Yeah, maybe I'll have to try the black-red zombies with this guy. I'm not a zombies player, though. I'd have to pick up the cards. Anyways, back to the game. I ramble. So, So we've got our 3 lands ready for Midnight Haunting. And here comes Thraggy again. I don't care about Thragtusk. He doesn't do anything to my deck. I mean, I can chump block forever, and as soon as I get my Intangible Virtues out, we're good to go. And this is really, he's in a very bad shape, having I don't know what kind of removal he runs, but he obviously doesn't have any. And if he can't remove the skirsdag highpriest, it is going to get out of control. So we'll throw out the Blood Artist and the Bloodthorn Vampire. Now we have our sack engine, so he's going to go nuts no matter what he does. Soren's fine. I don't know why he played it, because obviously he's dead. Unless he probably has nothing else in his hand that was better than playing Soren. But he's dead next turn due to a sack at the end of turn and tappy for a 5/5 demon. So anyway, we will throw out the vault here and kill off Soren. And now we got Linger. And he just decides that I am too much to handle here. Once again, I'm not a big fan of conceding like this, even though that I'm in clear position here. I'm down to 1 card, he's down to 2 cards. If he's running Sever, he's back in the game. If he's running, even if he throws out a Lingering Souls, he gets 4 2/2s, he's back in the game. I just don't know why you would just concede this game. Especially, I got a Swamp in hand. I could draw dead, for the next for turns and can be caught back up. So not a fan of these early concessions. It is definitely not over. There's plenty of things he can do. I mean, yes, the skirsdag high priest is going to get out of control, but like I said, a sever on the skirsdag high priest, and then he can eventually sever on the demon tokens. There'll only be 2 of them. He could easily, with this Vault of the Archangel, stall until he could get some sort of board presence and maybe take this game back. So anyway, thanks for the free win, though. I'm not going to complain. So I'm 1-0 in the Standard Daily. Anywho, this is Kevin from RogueDeckBuilder.com. Thanks for watching.